So today I am going to share a story from Hindu scriptures, something that has been passed down through centuries, a story of unshakable faith, unstoppable power, and divine love. This is the story of Prahlad, a young boy whose heart belonged to Lord Vishnu, and Narsimha. Lord Narsimha is a fierce and powerful avatar of Vishnu, depicted as half human and half lion. He is known for protecting his devotees from evil and for embodying courage and strength. His most well-known story involves the protection of his devotee Prahlad from the demon king Hiranyakashipu. Before there were kings and kingdoms, before holy books were written and temples were built, the world was ruled by powerful forces, some good, some evil, and some that walked the line in between. Among them was a terrifying named Hiranyakashipu. He was no ordinary being. His brother had once challenged the gods and was destroyed by Lord Vishnu in his Varaha avatar, meaning Vishnu was at that time in Boar avatar. That day, Hiranyakashipu's heart filled with a fire that never could. If Vishnu could destroy my brother, he whispered, then I will destroy Vishnu. But Vishnu wasn't just a god. He was Dharma, truth, love, and justice. So Hiranyakashipu made a dark decision. He would become immortal. He would rule the universe. He left his kingdom behind and walked into a silent forest, deep and wild. There, under the open sky, he began a meditation, so intense that even the trees stopped moving. He stood still on one leg, eyes shut, arms raised, no food, water, and movement. For years and years, his skin dried and body was covered with vines and anthills. Wild animals walked past him. Seasons changed, but he didn't. The heat of his meditation was so powerful that it reached the heavens. The god grew restless. Even Indra, king of gods, was worried. If this demon succeeds, none of us will be safe, Indra said. But Hiranyakashipu's determination could not be broken. And finally, after years of silence, Lord Brahma appeared. You have earned a great power. Ask your boon, Brahma said. But remember, no one can truly escape death. Hiranyakashipu smiled. He had thought of everything. Then make it so I cannot be killed by a man or animal, not inside or outside, not during day or night, not on land or in the sky, not by any weapon or not by anyone created by you. Brahma was completely shocked, but he had to agree. The universe had no choice. Hiranyakashipu returned with unimaginable power. He didn't just become a king, he became a cruel ruler. He forced people to worship him. He banned the name of Vishnu across his kingdom. Temples were destroyed, devotees were punished. But in the middle of this darkness, a small flame was quietly glowing. His own son, Prahlad. From the time he was little boy, Prahlad only knew one name, Vishnu. He had never seen him, but he felt him, like a soft light in his chest, like a hand gently holding his heart. He would sit in silence and chant, Om Namah Narayana, Om Namo Narayana. Out of no fear, but out of pure love. Vishnu was his friend, his guide, and his joy. Vishnu was his everything. When Hiranyakashipu saw this, his fury exploded. You will not speak his name. I am your God, he said. But Prahlad looked at his father with calm eyes. You may be my father, but Vishnu is in my soul. You cannot take him from me. Hiranyakashipu tried to change him with threats, punishments, and even sweet words. But love cannot be forced. So he planned to destroy his own son. He called upon his sister Holika. Holika had a magical shawl gifted by the gods. It protected her from fire. She could sit in flames and not be harmed. Sit with Prahlad in a fire, Hiranyakashipu ordered. Let the fire burn him. You will survive. A huge pyre was built. People watched, silent and afraid. Holika sat in the center, wearing her shawl, with the little Prahlad on her lap. But Prahlad was not at all scared. He closed his eyes, folded his hands, and whispered, "If you are with me, Lord, then even fire will feel like a flower." As the fire rose high, something strange happened. The wind changed direction. The shawl slowly lifted from Holika and wrapped itself around Prahlad. Holika cried out, but the flame caught her. She was burned in her own trick. Prahlad walked out, completely untouched by fire. Prahlad simply smiled and kept chanting, "Om Namo Narayana, Om Namo Narayana." He was thrown from mountains, poisoned multiple times, tied to wild animals, thrown in front of deadly snakes. But each time, nature bent itself around him. The earth softened when he fell. The poison turned sweet, and the animals walked away. Why? Because Vishnu was always there, not in form, but in presence. Finally, Hiranyakashipu dragged his son into the court one last time. Where is your Vishnu now? In the sky? In the water? In this pillar? Prahlad looked around and gently pointed to the stone pillar beside him. He is everywhere, even in this pillar. Hiranyakashipu roared and struck the pillar. It cracked, the stone shattered, and from inside the pillar came a sound so fierce, so ancient, and the world trembled. A huge roar, and out came Narsimha, half man, half lion, a form the world had never seen before. His body glowed with divine energy, strong, radiant, unstoppable, with golden mane flowing like fire in the wind, eyes blazing like 1,000 suns, filled with fury, yet guided by justice. His roar echoed across the skies, shaking mountains and silencing all beings. Sharp claws, shining like lightning, ready to tear through lies and ego. His chest broad like the skies, arms that stretched like time itself. Even the god watched in silence, awed, trembling, yet trusting. He was terrifying, yes, but also breathtaking, beautiful in his own purpose. Because he didn't come to destroy the world, he came to protect a pure heart. He lifted Hiranyakashipu, dragged him to the palace doorway, not inside, not outside. It was twilight, not day, not night. Placed him on his lap, not land, not sky, and tore through him with his claws, not a weapon. The bone was broken. The ego was completely ended. But then, after the storm came, the silence. The god watched from the skies, afraid to come close. Even the most powerful beings didn't dare move. Only one soul walked towards Narsimha, softly, gently. It was Prahlad. Little Prahlad walked up, eyes full of love. He saw not a monster, but the Lord he adored. He didn't shake, he didn't step back. He simply knelt and said, "You came from me, didn't you?" Narsimha's roaring breath slowed. His burning eye softened immediately, and from the wild anger form came a warmth and gentle, so beautiful soul. He picked up Prahlad and held him close, like a father, like a friend, like the divine holding the one who loved him without any fear. Your love pulled me from the pillar, Narsimha whispered. It was not your fear, but your faith. And that's the truth. Prahlad didn't fear Narsimha because love does not fear. He didn't worship Vishnu to be saved. He loved him because that's what his soul was made of. And Narsimha didn't just destroy a demon. He protected a heart full of devotion. He came not to fight the world, but to hug the one who never stopped believing. So if you ever feel alone, scared, or surrounded by darkness, don't cry out in fear. Close your eyes. Call his name. He doesn't walk. He will tear through the stone to reach you. Narsimha is not just fierce. He is love. And like Prahlad showed us, when your heart is pure, even his road will feel like a music. If this story moved you, do comment Om Namo Narayana. Be with us by subscribing this channel for more such stories.